is Lao Tzu. Lao Tse or Laozi or Lao Tzu was a philosopher and poet from China. Lao Tzu is a philosopher who is highly respected in the world. He is an ancient Chinese writer believed to be the author of the Tao Te Ching, which is a collection of sayings describing the main teachings of the Tao. This figure, also known as Laozi, was once considered a central figure in Chinese culture during the 6th century BC. He is also known as the father of Chinese Taoism. His teachings contain many philosophies that advocate a simple life. Lao Tzu's personal life is very minimally told. Even so, his teachings on life have been listened to over the centuries by many different people, regardless of culture. This figure, who is known to be full of wisdom, has taught us many things about life. Lao Tzu's wonderful quotes are able to instill eternal wisdom and inspire us to be the best we can be. Here is a collection of the most inspiring Lao Tzu words of wisdom that can teach us to enjoy the simplicity of life. Happy eating it. It is not certain whether he is a fictional character or real. It is said that he lived in the ancient era or in the 6th century BC and is famous as the author of the Tao Te Ching and the founder of the philosophy of Taoism. However, there are reports that Lao Tse lived in the 4th century BC. There is also an opinion that Lao Tse was a contemporary of Confucius. As a founder of Taoism, Lao Tse is considered a god by his followers. Details about Lao Tse are not known. However, there are narrations that explain that Lao Tse was a native of Kirin, in the Chu state. He has the surname Li, and his real name is and is usually called Dan. Lao Tse was once an official in Xi's office in the imperial palace of the Zhou dynasty 1046–256 BC and was also known as a philosopher. Xi here is interpreted as a historian, but in ancient Chinese civilization, Xi is a designation for people who are experts in astrology and divination and are responsible for various royal collection books. As a custodian of the books of the Zhou dynasty, Laozi is known as a thinker who designed empathy and bonding between people as an effort to make peace. Laozi thought his thoughts on empathy between people could only be obtained by understanding the Tao. Tao is Laozi's teaching which creates everything, binds everything, moves everything, and finally releases everything. Things return to their original state. Laozi also believes that those who conform to the Tao will bring them into harmony with the universe. Besides that, it can also enrich the life of humans. Meanwhile, opposition to Tao is considered not to be happy in his life. Basically, Taoism is a teaching that emphasizes gentleness without resorting to resistance. Through Taoism, Laozi wanted to change the beliefs of the rulers of the country when he entered the Warring States period. But Laozi's efforts seemed in vain. He then left society and went into exile. On his way out of China and through the gates of the Western Pass, Laozi met Yin Shi, a gatekeeper. Yin Shi, who recognized that he was Laozi, then asked to write down his philosophy. Lao Tzu then agreed by writing everything down until he had nothing more to say. When finished, Laozi then handed it over to Yin Shi. Laozi was then invited to pass through the Western Pass gate. After that, Laozi was nowhere to be seen. It is possible that Yin Shi was the one who published Laozi's philosophy.